So welcome. Thank you for
Yes.
joining us. Thank you for
Thank you for
taking the
coming
time
on.
out of your busy schedule.
Yes.
Busy schedule because you are Atlanta recording artist. You're not just in your jump off. You like the real deal. So you got a whole schedule. So we really thank you. We really thank you for coming on and out of your busy day, your busy schedule, just to sit and talk with us ladies.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank you. It's dope.
Thank
I love what y'all got going on and what y'all doing. So I'm gladly gonna support that.
thank you.
Thank
We
you. Oh,
appreciate
get a heart. Get a heart.
it.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
All right,
So
so
how this works is we create, well, Mika, aka Taji, has created a slideshow presentation. And she's like the best of the best of the best. So if you ever in your travels, for your videos, or you doing a meeting or something and you need a PowerPoint presentation, holler at your girl. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All I'm
Say
saying.
that. Say
Yeah.
that. All right. I'm here for it.
All right, that's all I'm saying. So 7 a.m. We about to talk all about you, 7 a.m. We here
Okay.
for
Get all in
all
your
of it.
business. Get
We
all
all
in your
we're here for
business.
all of it. So who is 7 a.m.? And you quote an artist of many forms, dabbling in photography, painting, fashion, etc. If it's a platform that promotes self-expression and individuality, I'm all about it. So that just speaks for itself. So we feel that all day
Mhm.
long.
That's dope.
Now, how would you define your personal brand? You quote, my personal brand can be defined by one simple word: freedom. To
Mm.
me, I believe that art should have no boundaries or lanes. It should just be taken and appreciated for what it is and not forced into a box to be generalized.
Okay.
Plain and simple. I do what I feel with no intention of
Okay.
conforming to the standard. So we just love you, man. Like we just
Yeah.
like I felt like I had to pause there because like I felt all that when I was saying it, and I was like, dang, like that is bruh, like that is everything. And I'm not even showing off because you famous and you all that, but it's just like it's real. Like it's so real and coming from a man. Like we don't hear stuff like that. Like that's deep.
Yeah,
That's
that's
deep, like
true.
for real. Like sometimes artists, they're who they are, but they don't think outside the box like this. And I just feel you. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
it.
Thank you.
So did you always want to be a musician?
Yeah, my whole
This is
life. My grandfather was a pastor, so I grew up in church. So I was
mm,
always around live music, and I wanted to learn how to play everything when I was younger. But for me, it was just the only thing I ever liked, like, cause I had a real rough childhood. So
okay.
the only thing that kind of like made me happy was music. So like I could just zone out and listen to the same CD for months and nothing else. Cause I'm 28, so I'm kind of in
Okay.
that middle child realm to where like CD players are still a thing. So
Okay.
I just play the same CDs over and over.
Mhm.
Raid my mom's collection, and I had to leave the case there so she didn't know I took the CD.
Uh-huh.
Play the same thing over and over again. So like the way it made me feel when listening to it made me interested in like creating it. I was like, wow, I wonder if I can make somebody feel like this.
Oh, okay.
Right. Wow. That's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever made a song, it was really just like, let's see. So it was just like I wanted to make what I listened to, like what I thought was dope. So like it's just the love and the passion came from and just loving music first. It wasn't even about creating music. I didn't create my first song until I was like I think 14 is when I tried it out and I was rapping. I wasn't even singing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like music just in general, the entire embodiment of the craft just it spoke to me since I was a youth,
Little tink tink.
little teen things.
That's what's up.
okay, okay.
Yes. Okay. That
So
is
then,
what's
we can move on into your actual first album, which this is my one. Okay. I'll let you know this is my one, and
Uh,
we're going to start with one of my favorites, which is Swain, which dropped in 2017, and I really do truly love this song. What was the inspiration behind it?
Um, at that time, like sober, the whole album creation that took about 2 years because like I made hundreds of songs. Like I have hundreds and hundreds of songs because I would spend
Wow.
at least 12 to 14 hours a day in the studio. That's
mm,
Ooh,
still maintaining a job and still being in college.
that's dedication.
So
Yeah,
that
I
is.
just
definitely.
had so many, and I was trying to create this like because I had these songs that I wanted to push out, but they never seemed good enough. You know, like it's like it's it, but it's not. But can nobody tell you what it is because it's you're
Mhm.
making it. So like that was my biggest stumble was like I didn't know what I wanted to sound like yet, and I wasn't
Okay,
comfortable putting out something I wasn't comfortable with.
got you.
So sober, like it honestly, the bulk of it got created in about a month. After all the songs I had created, it all happened like this. Like when it hit, it hit. It was like one day I was just listening to somebody play the guitar and I started singing, which is something I always did, but it was like I took it serious for a second. And I just wanted to actually like try. So I just came up with a song on the spot and I was just like, that
Okay.
that
Okay.
was different. It was different than what I was doing at first with my music, because I was trying to
Mm.
at least stay current, and that's the biggest
Hmm.
problem with a lot of artists, and that's it's finding that niche in between staying current and staying yourself,
Yeah.
because
Right.
music is the science of music is simple, like people like what they like, their ears are tuned to certain ways, and if you got all these fans that's tuned to this type of frequency, you're gonna have to throw a little bit of that frequency in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So this was my finding that frequency for myself, like
Oh,
what
you
I
found it. You found
Okay.
thank
Yeah.
Listen,
you
period.
found it because there was a part in this song, like it just stood out to me. You said you don't want to feel. I don't want to feel either. You said you need to love better. Let me be your teacher. So can you like tell us a little bit about your writing style and is this from personal experiences, your songs?
Yeah, every song, every voicemail, every yeah,
Oh,
real.
ooh,
Okay.
spicy. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
We had
Okay.
to get disclaimer signed for that album. Like this was real. So and
Oh
a
yeah.
couple of them didn't know until they got sent the disclaimer. So
Oh yes.
Ooh, okay.
What was that one? I think it is on sober.
solo.
Solo. And at the end, I was like, but okay, so because that kind of it's two things that kind of go into the topic. Our show was about toxic shit and relationships, but it was the part when she was like, let's end this, and you was like, are you sure you ready for that? I was like, ooh, okay.
Okay.
I was like, ooh. So
Oh
yeah,
my.
that's toxic though, but that was like a toxic turn on
Yeah,
for
I
me.
was super like I think sober was like I said it was college for me. So I'm 23, 24. That was
Mm.
like the peak of my toxicity. Like I was toxic.
Wow.
Like like
At least you
Yeah.
honest.
Okay.
looking back on it, like not it's not like I did wrong things. It was just like I definitely wasn't the guy to take home the money. But like
Mm.
I had all the qualities of it, which is what made me so like dangerous. I was toxic. Like I was such a good toxic nigga. It was really
Such a
it was
good
real.
toxic
Yeah,
thing.
because
Okay.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to settle down. I wasn't ready for fame. I didn't even know if I wanted that. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's honestly what makes a lot of men toxic because we're so busy rejecting that anything that leads towards that we're rejecting it. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even give it an opportunity, but that leaves people hurt. That leaves a trail of pain because you can't keep running through people. You know what I'm saying? Because people have expectations, especially women. And now that I'm older, I know that. You know what I'm saying? So like, it really is disrespectful to even waste the time. And that's the part of the
Mhm.
toxicity I got rid of. Blaming anybody else for my own immaturity. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't ready.
Mhm.
I wasn't ready as a man, and it wasn't even fair to be playing like I was
Yeah.
because I'm always bail out,
Wow.
I'm always run away, and I'm always, what I'm saying, I'm gonna just keep playing. But you know what I'm saying? It's like a pool, literally back and forth between like what you want, but what you ain't ready for it. So you know what I'm saying? It's just that's why I was toxic.
Yeah.
Wow. Wise words from a wise young man. I tell you, that's
Okay.
deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, relapse.
So now, yeah, let's talk about
Yes.
this album.
Let's talk about it.
This is Melanie
enough of-
here.
There's another toxic part with that interlude, that knock knock, when you just pulled up on your ex. Like you could just pull up and get back in her life. That's another toxic. Well, we're not gonna get into that because you would change man, you would change married man. So
I mean, it's hopeful. It's hopeful, is what it is.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Hopefully, yeah.
It's
So what's your, as we go into your next album? That was 2020, correct?
Yes, man. Yes, man.
So what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite song on here?
It's probably hopeful.
Hopeful.
Yeah, I think hopeful's my favorite. Because it was like for one, it wasn't supposed to happen. Like it was just one of those moments where, I'm in the studio to do something completely different and I caught a vibe.
Wow.
Those are some of the most contagious ones because like you don't plan it. Like I didn't come there for this. So when it speaks, you know what I'm saying, you gotta respond. I was supposed to be there writing for some artists on Empire, and somebody sent me a beat, and the beat was originally supposed to be for one of them, but once I started getting into it, I was like, no, that's not for them.
That's for you.
First 4 lines, I was like, that was cold. Like, you listen back and you can like, as soon as I hear voice laid to production, it kind of like the vision. I already have a vision for the entire song. So like once I upload the track and we in there and we starting to work, the song's done here. Getting it out here. Like I already know what I'm talking about. I know the relationship. I know the moment. I know the fight. I know all of that. So it's so easy.
Wow.
I don't particularly write my music. You know what I'm saying? I really, Rivik can tell you this. Like I just listen and I go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you flow with the energy and the frequency.
Yeah. So that's why like, I'm a moody recorder. Like if I'm not cool, I can't record. Like I can, but it's like subpar energy coming from it. Okay. Because it's so hard to turn it on and off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so passionate. Like nothing I create is like skimmed or on the surface. Like when I pour in a lot. So it's like if you ain't got the energy to pour it, it makes it real difficult. You know what I'm saying? To give your all and 100% on the record. So I just don't even do it.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So let me ask you, when you're doing these videos, and I know, you have your wife in there, do you find it difficult to stay professional when you're doing these spicy scenes, like in Hopeful and in Nobody? Listen.
Ooh, that's my one. We're going to talk that one.
The reason why is because, like, I'm super professional. Like, when it comes to work, like, my work ethic is one of the things that I feel like will always separate me from people that do what I do. And like homies I come up with, you know what I'm saying? It's just, even in that moment where you're having I'm focused. Like when it's on, like I said, that switch is on, like because I direct all my videos. So like I'm in work mode. So it's like, I'm saying the scene that needs to get done. So like, yeah, but we with each other and love you all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't hard. So, you know what I'm saying? Like be like, that was cute. Chuckle, go back to work.
Okay.
It's quick, and because we both on the same thing. Like as soon as the shot's done, I go look at my footage and I correct what needs to be corrected. If it's good, then we move on. Like I don't just let it get shot and then move. Like I literally direct my videos. I do the treatment with my my boy Brandon, and I direct the whole thing. I let him handle the technicality. I handle the creativity part of it.
Wow,
you talented.
You do everything.
Jack of all trades.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Let me tell you, sir, because that Nobody made me feel like somebody. I had that song on repeat. I saw the video like 5 times. Oh Lord.
That's her one, as you can see.
That is listed because I was like, okay, I like this song, the video. I love the video. They sipping and painting and sipping.
And then in the bed.
Okay. And I was like, okay, because videos you think they're about to get it in, and then someone said, and bedroom scene. I'm like, oh, the way, okay, yes, you better pick her up. Yes, and you better love on her. I was like, well, let me rewind that part again. Yes, and rewind again. I was like, oh, okay, Yes, I'm not being a creep, but I just love
No,
the
it's not
energy.
creepy. I mean, what you're expressing to me is what I was trying to display. So that means like I succeeded at what I was trying to give off.
And you did.
Definitely did.
Mission
did.
accomplished.
Yes.
So my visuals, I really try to, and like I got a lot of slack for this in the beginning of my career, but like now, when waves catch, people they choose to ride them than try to fight them. So people are all about it now, but I love the fact that I can hear people that are fans of that type of art because I try to tell a story and make it real. Like that video of Nobody, all I did was reenact the first time I went and kicked it with my girl.
Okay.
So the first time, like, because we've known each other for years, like, met in like high school. Both were artists on this little independent label, and then we over time the label disbanded. Everybody went on with their lives, went to college. You know what I'm saying? We ain't see each other for what 4, 5, 6 years.
Wow.
Something like that. And then we just like we run into each other though. Like I ran into her out one night, and then I would see her again. You know what I'm saying? At the club. You know what I'm saying? And it was like in passing, but it was always the energy. It was always the energy, and it was like you can't really describe the energy because it's nothing, but it's something.
Sounds like soulmates to me.
Okay.
It's that thing like you ever like. It's like a lingering feeling. I don't even really know how to describe it. It's like nothing happened, but you kind of want to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Like I'm in a poetry snap. Yes, this is like
Melanie got her favorite song.
Yes, my favorite song. Kane is my favorite song. I love Kane. I don't know. It's catchy. It's super catchy to me.
Kane was like I wanted a little. If we got a radio record off of that, I felt like it'd be Kane. It's got that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely. And then you can. I know what it's about, but it can have other meanings if you wanted to. So.
Hey, it's very rare that people know what that song is about.
Yeah.
You cool for that. I literally just like I have to explain it a lot. Like most people don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's River didn't know. When I explained it to her, she was like, my girl didn't even know. Like, and I'm saying, I was like, I thought the spelling would have did it, but you know what I'm saying? Clever.
I know. Yes, I know. I be knowing.
Part of my old toxicity. You feel me? That was
okay. Old toxic ways. Okay.
Old toxic ways. I'm in daddy mode now.
Right.
I'm in daddy. I like the way better over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did want to ask you something. What would you classify your sound as? Like example, is it namaste, get high music, ratchet R&B? What would you classify your sound as? Well, that must have been a good one.
Yeah,
then thank you. You're not on your toes 7 a.m. You usually give it to them.
This is like it's one of those questions like as an artist, it's hard to answer, right?
Okay.
It's a difficult, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I know, like I could name artists that you could compare it to, but you really can't compare it. You know what I'm saying? And then like as far as sound, like I've heard people that say they smoke to it, they work out to it, they have sex to it, they dance to it, they clean their house to it.
I know, yeah, but I definitely didn't smoke to it. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like for me as an artist, we usually go off of the consumer, like what y'all can like. You categorize my music, right? You put it into like what you do with it. So like I can't tell you I make it in a dark studio. I don't know what happens after that. So,
okay. So it's like universal. It's universal.
Yeah, so it's universal. So if everyone's doing all these things to it, I guess the only word would be like universal. It's multifaceted. I feel like it can fit in a lot of realms, and evoke different feelings depending on what you're listening to in the song.
That's true, because when I was listening to Nobody for the 15th time, I was cleaning up, I was vacuuming, and then it got to my part, and I was like, let me sit down and sip this right here. So that one song just made me go through different kind of emotions. So
yeah, that's what I try to give, because like while I'm creating, I'm going through like different emotions. That's why there's always a different tone between the first verse and the second verse. Like for me, it's like a climax of my feelings. Like this is like, so I was feeling it out in the first verse. I was getting to my point, the hook. I got to my point, and now let me tell you why this is my point. That's how I write.
Okay.
So that's why I'm always doing this.
Okay. Yes, getting high.
Yeah.
Leveling up. Yes.
That was a good one. Yes, that was a
Yes.
good one.
Oh my goodness gracious. So what did I want to say? So okay, so we saw like it was years ago that you got your shout out from Joe Budden. Like, how did that feel?
It felt real, like, and I say real because like being the artist and independent too, just being an artist period, before that moment happens for you, everything is a fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it takes a long time to where you actually get something that's not smoke and mirrors, where it's a tangible evidence of your progress. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was for me. It was real. It was like, okay, I'm not tripping.
Yes.
I am fine.
Yeah.
Period.
Even he was like, how come I never knew about this? Like, he sounded a little upset, like, how come I didn't know? Like, he had to check his staff.
Right. He was angry.
Yeah, like things like that are like, they're small victories that keep you going, because like you do need those, because there can be times where like nothing's happening, like numbers is dropping, like shows is popping, like it's literally like there's just moments that are dry and chasing this thing, and you really just got to go off of it for your desire and your will to do it, because like nothing else would probably promote it. You know what I'm saying? When you throw in a show or you go do a show and there's 3 people in the audience, what keeps you going after that?
Yeah. That's deep. I do have a question for you, because to be so young, you just dropping gems for me, and I'm sure for the ladies, and when our viewers watch. If there was one thing you could say to someone who's trying to do what you're doing, or needs some encouragement to keep that drive going for them, whether it's the music industry or anything that they're trying to make like it for them, what would you say?
It's a cliche generic one, but it's accurate as far as just testimony. Like, when you listen to people that are successful, what do they tell you? They just didn't quit.
Okay.
So just keep going. There's really like there's nothing different. Like I said, work ethic. The only thing that separates me from my peers, even the talent came with work ethic. I wasn't always this dope. I work to get dope.
I work to get dope.
Yes. Okay. Put that on a shirt. Yes, watch.
Nah, but for real, like that's real. Like, keep going. Don't stop working. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's something that you truly love and want to do with your life, then why would you do anything else? You know what I'm saying? Focus on that. Pour into it, and it'll pour back into you.
This is accurate information.
Yes, accurate information.
So who would you like to work with musically in the future or collaborate with? Anyone in particular, or a few?
There's so many.
So many.
Like, if I had to pick this year someone to collaborate with,
I be getting you.
Yeah. She's asking the artistic ones. She's asking the ones that like I gotta stop and be like,
right.
There's
2: Travis Scott or Party Next Door.
Okay.
Well, I love me some Party Next Door. Okay, I could see that.
Those 2, I feel like we could.
I like Travis Scott.
But you know what? Who I was thinking about? Her. That would be interesting. You and her to drop something. That would be.
If I was really on like right now, my ear is like, I can't wait for y'all to hear this new project too. You'll understand why, because the new project is it's kind of embodied everything. Like, I've been chasing a sound that I never really got my fingers on, and I've been releasing like pieces of it, like, but not the whole thing. To like, you know what I'm saying, where it's cohesive, and I'm just like, all right, that's the 7 a.m. sound. This album is the 7.
It's 7 a.m. Okay.
It is. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Like, it's stamped, it's solidified now, so I can hear the features. You know what I'm saying, that I would love to do. Like, I feel like if I get on a record with anybody, I'm a snap.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter who it is, but I feel like the one that I'll love the most and enjoy on a creative standpoint, you know what I'm saying, just being in the studio in that moment, in that zone, creating some timeless music, would be Travis. Party, just based off of their production. You know, their creativity, the artistry that comes from those two. Like Party's pen's crazy. You know how much he's inked in this game? Like
Right?
yeah, it's lit. So, but you know, he's also very responsible. Both of those people are responsible for a number of things that I learned and do musically. You know, undertones, reverbs, you know what I'm saying? Like ad libs, you know what I'm saying? Like they just changed the way that you hear R&B. I feel like they've given
This
so
is
much
true.
to given so much to like the ambient, dark, sexy vibe of music, you know what I'm saying? Which is now all R&B is.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like I definitely want to work with some I feel they're pioneers and I want to work with the pioneers.
Okay. So you gave us a little, you said something about your new project. Is there something you could tell us? Or is it all still we need an NDA?
I'm an open book. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about it. It ain't coming out.
Okay, so yes, tell us about what you're working on.
So it's done. It's finished.
Wow.
I work quick. Like once the one comes out that y'all get, I'm already working on the next one. So that's usually done 6 months later.
Oh,
Wow.
Like as of right now, I have 380 plus records.
Oh wow.
So I just
you ready? Okay.
so I just keep them going. But rehab is gonna be like the closing to the trilogy. So you got sober, relapse, and then rehab.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be new life after that.
Listen.
We all want to go back to that old one.
But you know that after the relapse, you gotta go back to rehab. You gotta go to rehab.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So this one's like fully just toxic. It's just showing my toxicness. It's like but it's the stories. It's the stories of like being. It's from the perspective of a man being in love, but still being toxic. So it's like I'm talking like from my point of view of loving the hell out of you, but just still being fucked up.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I know about that also well.
Yes. All too well. Okay. Relatable.
Yes, very relatable.
This is probably my most relatable album as far as lyricism, because I really like even like my creation of the songs. Like I used to just push out songs. Like I could do it all night. That's why I'd be there for 12 hours. You get like 5 songs out of me. Now it's like I'm going for one. And that one's gonna take me a minute because of how my writing's changed. Like my music's changed. I even talked to my girl. I remember the day I did. I was like, I think I'm gonna simplify some things in my music and get back to the craft that I remember, which was my pen, which was, like not challenging every song vocally, you know what I'm saying? Just being relaxed, you know what I'm saying, on my records, and create a whole album with a vibe that I didn't even know I had in me, but it's everything I've ever wanted to hear out of myself. So it's gonna be lit. I can't wait.
I'm ready for this.
I know. Me too.
Like you playing. I'm ready to hear some toxic shit. Okay.
We got a single coming out in June. Actually, I was shooting for it all yesterday, and we finally got it done. So that'll be at the top of June. It's called Bad Guy. And
Bad Guy.
Okay.
So you can catch the vibes of the album.
Okay, Bad Guy.
I even got the tattoo, so it's locked in. It's like
okay. You are toxic.
Nah, for sure, but I can't wait to share it with y'all. I think it's gonna be a favorite. I think because I always hear that sober or relapse, but I think that this is that one. This is
that third time's the charm.
Yeah. This is the junior, but the freshman. If you catch what I'm saying.
Okay.
This is one that the world gonna know for sure.
Right.
Well, I'm excited about that.
I am excited. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
So, what is a unknown fun fact about 7 a.m. that your fans don't know about you? Because you're just talented.
Thank you. And what do they not know? I guess people that don't follow me, you would know that I'm a chef. So yes, like I cook. I ain't like the regular basic cooking. Like
okay, you cook 2 cooks. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's because I work, like hustling and trying to get through college and doing this music thing. Where you go to restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you either serving or you working in the back. It's just the easiest job that pays the most with the basic requirements. So you know what I'm saying? Like I worked in restaurants for about 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So and and I always had a love for cooking even before that, just young, because like my auntie, I loved, like, she used to throw down in the kitchen. And
Okay.
she was the only person
Auntie, shout out to Auntie.
she was the only person that ever let me cook. So like I like found pride in that, like joy into making, like when I see somebody eat something that tastes good and you made it, it's like that makes me happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad you enjoyed that. And I'm a Cancer, so like I love to feed people. You feel me?
Well, that's my godson's a Cancer.
Yes, my son is a Cancer.
Yes. Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, y'all toxic.
Not.
Y'all are very overprotective. You're overprotective, but you loyal to your loved ones. But
Look, so I'll tell you the difference between us. It's not even like, it's mature Cancer and immature Cancer, and it ain't even really based on age. It's based on experience and like your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you decide to mature, because I feel like that's a conscious decision for every adult. So there's gonna be a difference in that Cancer. Like, I'm a Cancer Leo. I'm on the cusp. Like, right. Okay. But I have a lot of Cancer traits. A lot. And you gotta that passion.
A lot.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. That's why my music that's why my music is like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that's my vulnerability, but I can say that I was a different Cancer at 21 than I am at 28. I was a different Cancer at 15 than I was at 18. Okay. You feel me? So it's like, as you mature as an adult, those little traits, because we're emotional. What's the worst thing? It's the worst thing to not be able to control your emotions. So, you know what I'm saying? When you're young, don't nobody know how to control their damn emotions.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, as you grow out of that,
that's true.
He'll learn his triggers. You know what I'm saying? Learn what to stay away from. Learn how to respond. So he ain't gonna be toxic. Don't put it on him.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's getting much better. He's getting much better.
It comes with age.
I give him that.
I promise you that.
Yes.
Yes, but it's good to know you a cook and not the kind of cook that people don't like the food. They put the plate on top of the plate and throw it in the trash. They sneak it in the trash can.
They fold it.
Yeah.
Is the food good?
Man, listen, my mama made him make some plates for Thanksgiving, like certain dishes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll help with Thanksgiving dinner, everything.
Yeah, what's them
That's
certain
the
dishes
over there?
What's some certain dishes? I'm hungry.
I made a maple pecan sweet potato souffle. And
you had me at
fancy.
You had me at the pecan.
A garden vegetable stuffing. So
fancy. Okay,
yeah, so you definitely are jack of all trades.
Like stuffing or something. He said souffle. Okay. Souffle.
Yes. There's a difference. Yes, the souffle put the
Oh yes, it was the souffle for me.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Now
so where do you see yourself in like the next 5 years?
Yeah.
I definitely I know I'll be a household name.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna stop working at it until I get it. So I see that. I definitely see that in my future. I see my kids being good, my family being good. I honestly hope to be like chilling, to be real with you. I hope to put in some work for like 3-4 years strong, and then on that 5th year, like I'm priming my own artists, my companies and investments that I have made in my career and with my finances have given me a comfortability to where I can just chill. I don't have to rely on shows to survive. I don't have to, because I blew my money on things that don't make me money.
Right.
So, I just see me and my family and all my people being good, very, very good, and that's all I want right now. That's it.
Yeah. As long as you can see it, it'll happen.
Yes,
that's right.
That's right. Manifesting that. I know that's right. I know that's right.
Don't forget the first ladies. Okay.
Yes.
Don't forget us. We love you. Don't forget
us. And if you need a massage, I got you. I'm a massage therapist.
The wine
I travel.
No, yeah, we always need some massage. We're trainers, so
Yeah. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tell us
Okay.
about that. Trainer,
Yeah.
you is just
Well,
everything.
Yes,
You do
listen,
taxes too.
he ain't never gonna be broke. I know
You
that's
said, do
right.
you do taxes?
Yes, you do taxes too. Like,
fun fact is,
tell
I
us
know how
about
to do I know how to
training.
do taxes. Yeah, I do.
Woo, you
You
know
know what
I'm
I'm
done
saying?
with you.
That's my
Dude.
family's business. Like I grew up like in tax offices. So like my dad owned like 8 Liberty Tax Services and Bristol Tax Tax Office.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
just know how to do taxes.
that's my main business.
Yes.
Yeah, that's light work.
Like dead ass. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, celebrity.
Light work.
Yes.
But yeah. So training wise, I didn't want to work for nobody else. It's really that simple. Like
Okay.
I gotta hustle regardless while I'm doing this music. So when I keep the same energy and my income as well versus being miserable. Like the jobs that I used to have used to just be so tiring and they would just drain me of even my desire to do music because I'm working these long, hard shifts and then I got to get off and rush to the studio. You know what I'm saying? And then try to go home, enjoy some part of life with, my girl and my friends, go to sleep, wake up, gym, work, do it all over again. It just
Yeah.
it became real monotonous and it was just like it was killing just my passion of just being alive. You know what I'm saying? That can make you just get bored of being alive. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just that every day. You know what I'm saying? You feel like
Yeah.
you're loathing. You're loathing more than you're enjoying life. And that's what it felt like. So there was a moment that, when I was walking in, you just have one of those days where you're just like, man, if you could say one motherfucking thing to me today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm walking out.
That's me. That's Mika every day at her job.
Oh yes.
So yeah.
Yes, that is
So you know
me.
how it feels. So that day happened. And
Uh-oh.
because but I didn't want to handle it the way I would have handled it.
Okay.
Younger me, I would have walked out. And one thing that I've
Okay.
learned is a simple rule: don't leave income without a backup income.
That's true.
So don't just cut it off because you're in a bad mood and you're not there because you want to be there. You're not there to be happy. You're there to survive. So I stopped myself from walking out that day. I called my girl and I was like, "Yo, this is it. I can't do this no more." And instead of walking out, I just took a moment. I was just like, because I had already talked to her. I was thinking about personal training. I was like, I can do this. This is easy. I'm already in shape. I know what to do. I've been doing this since I was in high school. So why not make a living off of it? Start my own company and just hustle like that. And as long as you can, when starting the business, if you can cover your expenses, your bills, you're succeeding. So that was my goal. And I was like, and I just started calculating in my head. And I was like, man, I think I can manage it.
Yeah.
So I called NASM that day and I signed up for classes. And a month later, I left that job and me and my girl started training, got our first clients, and then now we're at a gym, our own gym with some business partners, and business is growing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's you gotta work regardless. Like I said, to that check come, you gotta survive some way, and I ain't going to the streets, and I ain't working for nobody. So that was the next best thing.
Right.
Okay.
So did the pandemic affect you guys at all? Because I know Atlanta been open the whole time.
Yeah,
Shaving no shade, bro. Shaving no shade. I don't know what happened.
While we all locked up, Atlanta popping, like
They ain't get affected at all.
It was like COVID who?
We shut down for like 2 months. We shut down hard for 2 months. I mean, the grocery stores and stuff were still open. That's about it. And but the clubs and the bars, restaurants, like 2 months. It was a solid ghost town out here, man. You had to be essential. People were scared of getting pulled over, all type of stuff. But it was only for 2 months. Only for 2 months. It got hectic. And then
they was like, enough of that.
Yeah.
I need some
what
fresh
happened
air.
is they opened the restaurants. If you from Atlanta, you opening the restaurants opens the city.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. That makes sense.
The restaurant, Atlanta's full of eatery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's full of eatery. So if they're starting to serve now, and like they got the outside bars open, and that starts to get people out, that's just going to encourage more people to open their other miscellaneous stores and stuff. So we opened up so quick because they opened the food first. So we're gonna go out to eat. Yeah, but for us, we actually I started the business in COVID. Like, yeah. So like I was still working, and when it hit in March, they shut it down. I think I went back to work in April. And that's when I just couldn't take it no more. I was like, this ain't working for me. And man, then especially after when COVID left, there was no money coming in, and it's one of those private restaurants where like we could have still worked because it was still open technically, but it's just I didn't feel like I was being looked out by the person that owned it, who was acting like he was everybody's friend. You know, just how it feels in a corporate, you know, like your family until something happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need them, you family.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it was 2 months of no paycheck. So and then they bring us back to work, and it's just hectic, and everyone's on edge and talking to each other like shit. So that just wasn't the environment I wanted to be in. So I took it. I felt like it was a better time than ever to just try.
Yeah.
And so what I got to lose right now? The whole world shut down.
Right.
Right. That's you ain't never lying.
Yeah. So we but yeah, we
y'all.
Right. He was over here. Ghosts. Couldn't even step outside. Atlanta nail salons was open, malls was open. I was like, oh, they getting their nails done? Okay, 10 minutes. I'm like, all right.
It really was. It really is survival of the fittest out here. Like it really,
clearly.
I love it.
Yeah, cool.
No fear.
Right.
You plan on touring in 2021?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I do plan on touring. But like I'm not like I used to throw my own shows specific, like only like I really don't do other shows, you know, unless it's like somebody that I'm really rocking with, or you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I just got tired of the smaller, like, because I started getting bigger, you know, but I wasn't big enough. So like you get in this weird stage to where there's nothing that show you really want to do, and all the ones that you want to do you can't get.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I started throwing my own. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just take I'll take the door. I'll pay for the venue, and me and my old team, we just threw our own shows for about 2-3 years.
Wow.
So you knew when the 7 a.m. show was coming up, we had a concert series where I put on other artists, have dope acts that I found open up, and then just closed out the show. Did that for I think 2 years straight. So I have no interest in going backwards. You know what I'm saying, and doing shows that I don't feel like are beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can really tell. I done been through the circuit, so I know you as an artist. Which show is going to be worth it and what's not.
Okay.
So it's like I don't want to take no steps backwards. So if I go on a tour, it's a paid tour, or it's a sold out. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm opening for somebody super dope. That's how I kind of want to move next for my tours and shows. So no steps backwards.
Oh, we going to a 7 a.m. tour show. Okay.
Okay. Yes, we in there. We feel
okay.
Like, yes.
Yes.
Oh
man. We're gonna be in there.
So is there anything that you want to share with us that we haven't touched on, or we haven't asked, or?
No, y'all pretty thorough.
Okay.
Yes, we're like an open book.
Yes.
We'll end it with how people can hear your music.
Absolutely.
It's on every platform. Finally got on Pandora. Yeah, that was a goal.
Okay.
Yeah, on radio.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can go on any platform, type in 7 a.m. And sober or relapse, and the albums will come up.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah, my social media
universal
is the actual 7 a.m. Twitter, everything, same thing. The actual 7 a.m.
Okay.
Yes, and the tick in the top. Okay.
Yes. So to all our viewers, if you want to learn more about 7 a.m. and see how he cooked, you can follow him on the social media information right here. Check him out. And he's on everything now. Spotify, Apple Music. I mean, well, I got Android, but that's okay. I YouTube you. Okay, I YouTube you. Okay, I'm good.
I'm in Google Play.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, Google
listen,
Play.
I'm about to Google Play right now, honey. Don't do Android. Okay. 7 a.m. They be coming for me all day long. They do, but that's all right.
I got an iPhone, but I ain't no Android.
See what I'm saying? See, never mind. You're supposed to have my back.
Like you like, man. You know what I'm saying?
Your wife got Android?
No, it's an iPhone household.
Okay, thank you.
I tried. I'm never switching. I tried.
Yeah,
I was Android for many years, and I switched over.
Yeah, same.
I was too. It was my job because they gave me a work phone, and I was like, "Oh, free phone, okay." And then I just got so used to working the iPhone, I couldn't go back.
That's what happened to me.
I ain't no shade over here. Like I think the droids are fine. I'm just acclimated to iPhone now. When I switched over,
that's what
I
it
enjoyed
is.
it, and then I had it for a couple of years. And the only reason why I really kept it is because of FaceTime and the keychain, the wallet, and stuff like little cool things that just simplify other things in my life. But I mean, every phone has that, so it's like it's just preference, really. You know what I'm saying? No hate on droids. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my job
the cameras are better,
phone, so I don't know what it's like to have. Listen, I'm fine.
The cameras, I will say, the Android cameras are better. Like they're clear. They were always better, I think, than iPhone. I don't know.
True.
I mean, I don't know. They all made by the same company, so
that's true.
Yeah, it is, and that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part
about it. Like, yeah, it's our own arguments, so they don't care.
Exactly.
Same pop.
Exactly. Well, 7 a.m. not just 7 a.m. Atlanta recording artist.
Yeah.
7 a.m. Okay.
You are real. You are the real deal. Like I be stalking your stuff, man. It's the nobody for me. Okay. Yes. Nobody got me feeling like somebody. I'm trying to hold you, bro. Hey, who I need to listen to that song on the way to work? Yes.
And I truly want to thank you for taking the time out to really chill and vibe with us. Like you are such a vibe, like positive energy, and I wish you literally nothing but the best. Like you are doing it.
Up from here, it's up and it's stuck. Yes.
Yes. Do my taxes. Yes.
Yes, girl. Liberty. He got liberties, girl. Liberties. Yes, I'm mad at that. But no, we love you. It's all love here. We thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule. That means so much to us, and
thank you.
We just adore you. So thank you. Thank you.
You want to toast one more time with us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Yes. Toast one more time with us. Clean.
Yes. Can't wait for the new album.
Yes.
I can't wait to share it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Y'all have a good night.
You do the same. Thank you.
Bye.